The tech oligarchy, the tech elites, if you look at how they staff, if you look at how they pay, you find that they discriminate against women and minorities exactly as the left hates, yet they love them. Now, let me get back to this piece here in Real Clear Politics, because this is, to me, very interesting. Joel Kotkin calling out the high-tech hypocrites after pointing out here that, like, Apple can sell products in countries that behead homosexuals and imprison women for looking at men the wrong way. Apple doesn't seem to have a problem with it. Apple doesn't denounce it. Apple doesn't say word one. But then you have a domestic circumstance involving gay rights, and Apple gets in gear, and the CEO inserts the company, not himself, but the company into the battle. And all of a sudden, corporations are wonderful. All of a sudden, corporations are people. All of a sudden, it's okay for corporations to be involved in the political process. All of a sudden, it's okay for corporations to donate money. All these things that corporations are denied, all of these characteristics they possess and activities that they are not permitted to engage in because they're not really people, are now welcomed and supported. This is blatant hypocrisy. And the tech companies are pretty smart because they convince their mind-numb robot followers and supporters that they actually care more about the social cause they're involved in than they do profit. Now, if anybody thinks that about Apple, you have a lot to learn. I don't think it's a bad thing a corporation seeks profit. Frankly, I think that's the objective. Apple does it better than anybody else, and they are to be applauded for it. But if they can get away with making some of their supporters think that they don't care about profit as much as they care about social issues. And by the way, speaking of that, dare I ask again, all of a sudden social issues are a big important thing? All of a sudden social issues matter? All of a sudden social issues are something on which you can win? All of a sudden social issues do not mean your automatic defeat? All of a sudden the social issues are in vogue? Well, what about the rhino Republicans who hate the social issues? They're embarrassed by them. They want to do everything they can to get rid of them. So we surrender in the culture war. The left marches to victory in the culture war and dominates with what? Social issues and corporations. All the while convincing rhino Republicans to de-emphasize both. Bunch of wusses. Just a bunch of wusses. It was pointed out to me recently that the founding fathers were not wusses. Some of the early and great conservatives, Burke, Buckley, Friedman, they were not wusses. They were brave, they were bold, and they were not concerned with criticism. It didn't stop them. It didn't frighten them. Like Buckley did not decide to moderate National Review when the left bitched and moaned about something that was in it. Like Illinois' or Indiana's legislature did when the left complained about their stupid RFRA law. Oh, okay, we'll fix it. This way, we'll fix it. Big meetings, big fixes, announce the fix. There was nothing wrong with it in the first place. Wusses. But the left supporting all these corporations is not aware of how much hypocrisy there is, and that's Mr. Kotkin's point here. Beneath the veneer of good intentions, there it is. That covers for so much. Good intentions covers for failure. Good intentions will mask real bigotry. Good intentions, perceived good intentions, will mask real racism every day. You can be the biggest racist in the world if you convince people you're trying to help them. The left proves it each and every day. Beneath the veneer of good intentions, the world being created by these tech CEOs, both within and outside Silicon Valley, fails in virtually every area dear to traditional liberals. On a host of issues, from the right to privacy, to ethnic and feminine empowerment and social justice. The effects of the tech industry are increasingly regressive. Silicon Valley elite may have won its gender discrimination lawsuit against Ellen Pao. Did you hear about that? At the venture capitalist firm. Anyway, I got to take a break here. I'm trying to hurry up because of the time, and I can't expand it, so I just better take it. Back in a minute.